get our instrument rating and to fly at night, and ended up on an Australian base at Church Broughton, where a lot of air crew were gathering that day, and in the evening in the big hall, the boss said, "You're here to pick your crew." The room was full of gunners, navigators, radio operators, and the pilot who is to pick his crew. It sounds a haphazard system, but we all appear to have got the people we wanted. We were all great mates for as long as the war continued on. Now, by that time, I was going on 22 when I got onto a Halifax and joined the Australian squadron at Duffield in Yorkshire in 1944 in July. By the end of November, I'd done my 35 sorties. That was the first tour number over enemy territory. In 4 months, I had done 35 operational flights over Germany. That's easy to say, but it's pretty pressing, and I don't think there would be anybody in Bomber Command not apprehensive as the list that went up who would fly tonight. And most of our flying, 2 targets, was done at night, about a third in daytime. But at night you could be in a group of 700 aircraft, Halifaxes and Lancasters, not see each other once they got airborne, no lights showing, in the aircraft or on the ground, and until you got near the target, you didn't see your mates going the same way at the same speed. Occasionally you'd see a flash and you knew an aircraft had gone down, but once you lined up for the target, which you had to hold steady course for a while, and things were burning on the ground, you could see the aircraft all around. Not in formation, but they were there doing the same job. Also there were the German fighters, and many would go down. It was a tense time for all. The top gunner, mid-gunner, had a role to fill, getting near the target to let the captain know if the aircraft above had opened his doors, because then you slipped to the side. The tail gunner would say there's 3 berths of flak just behind us and it's on track. Again, you divert to the side. It was an all-man effort to get to the target and to survive. And of course you went through it all again going back to England, where you could frequently arrive home with the weather dirty, your base closed, instructions to go to such an airfield, get into that circuit and call the tower, and he says it's clear to land, but get off the runway quickly, there's a lot of other aircraft. Well, we stayed the night there after landing and went out and got our aircraft. The only thing is, the night before we had landed on a different airfield to the control tower we were talking to. And of course, there were dozens of aircraft at each airfield, and then it took a lot of time sorting your aircraft and getting on your way. Once I had to land away at an American base, and they were very hospitable. They had just come back from a daylight raid and offered the tot of rum. Being a teetotal, I had to refuse it. But now, the pace in Bomber Command was maximum effort all the time. Some targets required fewer aircraft, but mostly they were big formations. The day